Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Illusion. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
the sack.
EIA. A season that has been. A great season that has been. Definitely for at least one. Technically have a chance to still qualify for a top 8 spot of the DPC, which would qualify them for TNC. CPK joined by Fluff as my co-caster. These teams are flying through the draft. How's it going, Fluff?
Hey, it's going great. Wow, absolutely, it's going by so quickly. I want to catch you guys up on this really quick. Optic Gaming versus Virtus Pro at SL, the event that Virtus Pro did take the victory on. Death Prophet and Chen were pretty much the bans that PPD chose, and as well as Bane. But in this case, they chose to ban out the Warlock, which was, it looked like Solo's secondary support pick, but in doing so, left Bane in the pool, which I think is the right choice in my opinion, because I feel like Warlock's a lot stronger in general, gives a lot more utility and team fight. But pretty much what I noticed right now is that TNC going for the Backtrack and the Beastmaster, those are two heroes that Virtus Pro heavily prioritized back at ESL. And looking back at TNC's drafts, they do play these heroes, but I never seen them valuing them this highly, so it seems like they're very reactionary right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I mean, TNC, they've kind of been lost a little bit as far as within the international scene, competing in a lot of these events. It died down later on in the season, so I've always been a fan of these guys, but yeah, I really don't know what to expect coming into this matchup now. Again, they're going up against the great team that is Virtus Pro, but you know, we were kind of discussing this before the day started here, and my biggest thing is that Virtus Pro, they're series. But
back in form, because I definitely felt that in the previous tournaments leading up to this ESL event. They've definitely been a lot more shaky than we're used to seeing them, but at ESL they definitely showed they had so much confidence, even picking techies in the finals, just things like that, just a show of force. And they won it in such a convincing way that I believe that they're on top right now, and I don't think they're going to lose momentum. But just get back to the draft. Imagine it as a 4 position, seeing as Doom is in the pool. Much more prefer to be in that 3 position. I really like Doom a lot as well because he has so many different itemization choices in offlaner. So in this kind of game, he can pick up a Crimson Guard, which would be extremely effective into the Troll and the Beastmaster. Or he can pick up a Pipe if they feel like Less Strike's putting out too much magic damage, but overall he has so many different options. So the Kunkka, that's probably the no one hero mid, I would imagine. Definitely someone who's been a lot more popular. Some of the earlier casts we did, Breaky, I mentioned that a lot of the core heroes revolve around this like hybrid kind of damage right now, because he can do tons of magic damage, tons of physical damage, and scales really well into the game, as well as provides a lot of utility for his team. This is the most important thing for the cores in the game right now, they have to not only be able to scale well, but they also have to be able to take the team fights. And also, Punk has a 2 position. As soon as he hits level 6, he loves to fight. That buys enough space for your 1 position to pick up the BKB and hit a really nice timing. So I really like Kunkka right now.
I'll go back to the troll real quickly. You're mentioning, great against Doom in the sense he's not concerned about the Doom effect itself, but what about against Bane with that Enfeeble? That feels like, it's going to be annoying for really most cores, no doubt, but, that Enfeeble definitely, it hurts troll, right? It's definitely annoying to go up against.
Yes, definitely, but troll here generally itemizes one source of initiation, like a Blink Dagger or Shadow Blade, and that helps him get the burst that he needs to do and be effective. So the Enfeeble's likely to come out after and slow him down a little bit, but his initial burst will be very strong. The only thing that he has to worry about is really the Fiend's Grip, which is here like Enigma would be a really great example.
So that's another reason why TNC should be a little bit scared right here, perhaps.
Oh yeah. So right now the Undying is going to be a real problem in the laning phase. I think the best way they're going to do it is by putting in the safe lane to solo zone basically the Doom and the Sand King duel. So, instant initiation from the Sand King, it's very, very difficult for game. It's one of those cores that heavily relies on the BKB and utilizing it to its fullest effect. So if he ever gets kited or peeled off, maybe even the 1 to 2 second, 2.5 second Fiend's Grip, that could be a big deal. That could be a very big deal for him in the fights where he'll never recover and do more damage.
Sam H. Bottom lane, this is going to be first blood most likely. You see Leshrax there with the Slit Earth, helping a little bit, but something else may not come out in the end. One more second with the Burrow Strike coming out, and as to it, they'll even give it a Slark. So, again, already a deadly team go up against. You're giving them first blood now to start on Ramses of everyone in the game. So, it's pretty good uphill battle, even more so for TNC now.
And that lane is brutal already. Into Beastmaster, it's very Slark favored, especially going into level 6, and even throughout the entire game, it's very difficult to catch the Slark out with the Primal Roar unless you time it perfectly. So, as the game
go to steal the room. Pasha, he's kind of making them guess on where he's going to go, but ultimately well played by TNC. And in fact, they will get 3. Are they going to get all 4? Wow, they're going to get all 4 bounty runes, actually. So, I mean, hey, they give it first blood, but 4 bounty runes, is that, I don't know if that's better than giving the first blood necessarily, or like that makes it even, but still, it's a good start for TNC outside of the first blood now.
Yeah, it's definitely good for them because the top lane is going to be really easy for the Undying to zone out the Doom, and then Doom really doesn't really threaten Troll it too hard. A Troll can generally fight back pretty easily and fight him out, so that's going to be a very hard lane for Pasha. I like their choice to dedicate 3 to bottom lane because they're going to have 2 heroes. You just beat on them non-stop. Like they will not pressure your Stark. He's the breadwinner for your team. If he gets to fast Shadow Blade, he can pretty much take off with this game as he had the last pick. He knows exactly what matchups he's running into.
Track. He'll be fine. Taking some good pressure though, but you got the Leshrac Beastmaster down here. Of course, Roger staying down here as well, though insisting on keeping the lane defensively for Virtus Pro. That means Doom solo in that off lane for the time being. Tim's out of the overextend. 1 Burrow Strike, so probably not. And Leshrac is a pretty fast hero at level 1, 333 movement speed, 0 right there. However, they will get damage. The Splitter's not even going to connect. A great spread by Virtus Pro. And they will indeed take out the Beastmaster in the end, so that's a second up on him. And that's the 2-0 start, and up comes the offensive tipping already. Love it.
It's so funny sometimes, but you have to wonder, like, it should be in the game. But,
Radiant's top
yeah.
Gonna hug the tower. Now you see those 16 stacks of decay, so only has under 500 life right now, despite being max life just a Gotta be careful.
Really, really nice for the Doom. Just at least, you know, if they had a dual lane, they would feel more pressure to the lane and to the Undying. But because Undying has a Sun in bottom lane, good job. Thank you. Yes. Because Undying has no natural flow or stable, it's very produced. So sorry for him. I like that. I like the laning decision by Virtus Pro. It's also, you know, something that I discourage a lot is with the Undying in the safe lane. I don't think that he should have a stealth shield. I think he should have more to the region, like the clarities and maybe a stealth, just so he can continue the admin. The fact that he has to land more decays means that he's not going to zone Doom anymore. And this is a big problem because now Doom's going to get 3 levels and all is pretty much secured. So Virtus Pro's getting better at the laning phase right now.
I think if he knew that it was just going to come up there for pretty much this whole laning phase, and there's no way he gets the Stout Shield right. He does get more regen.
Yeah,
to work with.
You're not trading unfavorably. Really, you get the Stout Shield Undying if you're going to go do offlane because you expect to take lots of different hits.
This is really awkward right now. If you're watching the middle lane, but literally, Bane just came in and put the Nightmare up on Queen of Pain as he paused the game. So this is going to be a torrent setup. I mean, she has a blink. He does have X though. This is I don't know. It's going to be close. She has a Fairy Fire. She should be fine. I feel like
we're going to mango up the Brain Sap, and that is pure damage. But it's gonna be close.
Oh, well, here we go. Gotta attack the start.
They're definitely have it if they
coming in. Queen of Pain. Yes, the exit. That was, yeah, you're right. That was more than enough damage. Thanks, you're right there. So well played by the Radiant side, and now the 4-0 start. 3 of those dash scores on the Beastmaster, and he's still coming back to the bottom lane. I was going to talk about this here, Fluff, as Tim is going to survive for the time being, maybe not so much. The Dark Pack comes out as the Pearl Strike hits, so I don't miss. I figured Leshrac would be fine, but the Pearl Strike is there to save the day in a sense for Virtus Pro and make sure to get the kill. But what do they need to do about this bottom lane? Because clearly it's not working out, and they're almost just feeding at a point now.
You have to like pretty much rotate Leshrac out. He's not accomplishing much, and maybe if you consider something, making pressure in a different lane, or you bring the Undying and you just try to have him impact the lane as he can't do anything top lane. Pretty much doesn't care. However, Once Dune hits, we'll need to be afraid of Infernal Boom combination. We get to sleep on mid. Should be easy setup here.
Yeah, bring it back to Torrent set from no one. Pulls up back in. More auto attacks, brings up on top of the Decay with the Soul Rip. Dying quite if you're over 1,000 life because the 8 steps of Decay, Queen of Pain. Another poison on the Conka. Maybe gonna return kill Ramsey's beam off. He's just gonna go ahead and kill Sam. He's looking for the bottom lane, but Conka will go down in the middle. Turn TNC. Soul's also trying to make out people like killing him dying. He very likely end up dying here. But I'm sure. Unless he makes a critical escape here. TP, is he actually alive? No. Whew, hell of a...
Rough the amount of burst, otherwise he would have died straight up.
Oh. Fine. The patterns. Roger. He does get an arena. It almost costs his life to wild axes. Oh, Samage gets strong. It's good movement by Roger right there. Okay, I think he's going to try to hide in those trees. Case. So he actually escaped, but I'm done making his way to the bottom lane. So Slark, he's obviously at free farm down here. I mean, he's 33 and 22 now. That's concerned. You know, somebody we haven't talked about really yet is Pearl up at the top lane. Raven, he is having free farming himself too, and that's obviously good news for TNC, right?
Of course, but like I said, he's such a as a carry. He's very reliant on BKB. Bottom lane actually gets stunned out.
Yeah, I don't think he's living this one. At least do as much return as possible. But a great that also on same H. Now Puka's coming in. It's so bit. You could have thought about Tombstone actually in the distance and maybe go for a turn on Ramses. He realizes that will pop his shadow and run away. You see the zombies now chasing after British Pro that was not in they were not in the best spot to kill that Tombstone, but it's a retreat. And that will be the end of that. That's kind of one of the downfalls of Undying, I feel like. You know, we're kind of slowly getting into talking about it when he was picked right there. Tombstone, it's on paper, it's a great ability, but when you're playing against a small team like VP, are they just going to kill it right away, or are they just going to run away as it is there?
Generally, players, they don't even skill Tombstone in the laning phase. Usually opt for more level indicators based on the situation, because it's not that effective. It's more of a game, early game skirmish type ability, so kind of puzzling why we picked it. And another thing that I'm kind of worried about is this Leshrac. I feel like Leshrac's not really going to have a true way to cover, and as a hero in this game, you're pretty much going to feed. I don't know how he's actually going to play this game.
There's that feed you're talking about. Once again, going down Ramsey's shot is going to be popped on top of SamH now. Corrado actually do him in, adding up charges of that Ethan shift, but it's 9 up damage actually. And Ramses will respect the response, I guess. It seemed like he could have maybe caught him for a while. Almost like he thought he had the kill. But he chose not to, and the Beastmaster survives this time around. Would have popped the shrine at least, so that's the good news. This is dying man up for the time being.
I was
Thank you.
Actually, take it back. I think PPD had it right, because PPD was versus Virtus Pro, obviously. Banning out the Bane, I think it's much more important actually against this Virtus Pro team, because Bane is such an insane strong laner, and he also picks so many synergistic heroes with it. That gives it a lot more value than just on paper. Actually, I get a kill on bottom.
It's Undying, and he is tanky once again. And in fact, they are going to turn now 4 heroes ultimately here for TNC. Great rotations, including the Troll Warlord. Ramsey's backing off quickly, so Undying with that decay, and obviously Soul Ray on top of that. Pretty difficult target to kill at times. And the tower kill.
See if they choose to defend bottom mid. And they will.
Oh, he went a little too deep right there. I think his decay charge might have worn off too fast and end up dropping in the end. So they're actually going to back it off. So little tower damage coming out, but they lose Undying. Troll World, however, he'll try to take the stack, but with VP making the way over, can't really commit to it. So Undying will not keep it in the middle lane and try to continue pressure there. But yeah, the Troll World ultimately really helps him maybe get the kill and not much else. He's going to try to farm the best he can in the jungle over there. Oh, Armel gets the top lane kill. The solo kill on Pasha using the Sonic Wave in the base. Yeah, Queen of Pain, her start hasn't been the greatest, but she is going to get a solo kill. That's not help.
Yeah, Queen of Pain into Kunkka, it's super easy for him to harass her down, and just the threat always makes her an easy kill. But I wanted to mention that for bottom lane, if not for these stacks that TNC had, this rotation would have been a complete disaster, because normally normally when you have an even game, you have your dual lane pressuring the safe lane carry of the enemy team, and that gives you an opening to bring your carry down, potentially take map control of that area and then push a tower down. But the fact that they actually defended it with just the Spark and Bane is a really big problem for TNC, because generally teams like to Zerg that tower with 4 or 5 heroes down quickly and then spin the map up for the carry to farm. But the Slark feels so confident here because he got such a good start from Virtus Pro that, you know, if they ever choose to aggress this lane, any Doom and the Kunkka can TP in easily and just repel that, and this tower will be held for a very long time. But really big trouble for Troll.
Oh, top lane, the Doom comes out on the Queen and solos there for the Brain Zap assistance, and I think was good to deny, but a little too much. And it's Queen of Pain. So yeah, she's trying to TP with not having no one die, and he puts the Doom down. And he went the next mark spot. Level 3 so much, but he's going to cover the time being. Troll Roller comes in with the rolling axis. Mitch also chasing back on an Elm. He's going to run away from the timing now. Cuckoo will manage to somehow walk away after all of that is said and done. Nobody actually dies on either side. And I'm going to make his way all the way back to base to truly regen. But man, that was a really cool call. Managed to survive, however, on undying.
Yeah, no one tried to cleave the Tidebringer off one of the zombies, barely missed and dying. That would have been an easy kill there. But nice play with him dying. He was just sidestepping it a little bit, making it harder for no one to land that kill. But I just want to stress how important it is that this tier 1 goes down in the bottom lane. For TNC, it's like generally both by this point in the game, in the app game, they're generally on the opponent's side of the map, farming all of that because it's a much more efficient route for them. But the fact that Sparkage is bigger, uncontested, mostly because he did get the counter to become Beastmaster, limit threat for him. Being able to hold this tower forever is a really big deal because he's getting pretty much the best farm possible while Troll is just like hanging around this bottom lane. He needs to get battle period, and at that point he's not really going to be helping a team. Generally the carries want to take down that tier 1. That's their team-wide contribution, and after that they're just farming for the game. But because he has to farm all these inefficient routes for himself, it's really troublesome.
Oh, caught that off the camera right there. It was initially an escape from TNC's side, but then the Fiend came out from solo to lock left track and Dunning went in to help, and they end up dying themselves. So even despite the ship, it's like, oh, going back to the middle lane, it's like Wade gonna wait right there for Queen of Pain, and she's nightmaring up out the top here, hit from the line, and Ramsey's looking to chase as well. Darkback was a little early, but still gets the kill on the left. Wicked 6 streak for Ramsey's now. But yeah, I went away for a second. I didn't think Queen of Pain was actually gonna commit right there, and but could jump right back as she whiffs that sonic wave. That was unfortunate, so that's another death on her, and they're gonna shrine up. That's also a Shadow Blade not finished on Slark. We all know how dangerous that is, especially this.
Usually it's like a 14-minute type of item. At this pace, he's going to be working for his Echo Saber. I think that he'll go for it. The reason why people are going for Echo Saber build is just because it can help you stack up the charges on your Essence Sift, and then level 25 is completely devastating, as well as being able to spam out Dark Pact as your main farming tool. Shadow Blade into Echo Saber helps you farm and accelerate, and that's something Spark is a hero that's being playing for the late game, not just looking for pickoffs. It's just an added benefit of the item.
Oh, once again down here, it's all 5 heroes in fact. Yeah, they're Primal War on the same team, so it's 5 versus 1. They better get that kill, and they do. And I'm gonna get the power kill. The rest of Virtus Pro, you got the middle lane being pushed by no one, which he takes out. Top lane being pushed, and the tower that is gonna be taken out by Pasha. So it's one of those cases. It's like, yes, it's good. They're getting objectives here. Again, all 5 sticking together. That's not necessarily what you usually want out of your game plan. This early on in the game from TNC.
Yeah, well, that's the team with the Undying. Usually the team with Undying, they just bulldoze every tower with Tombstone once it gets like level 3 or 4. But at this point in the game, because the tower was held so long, they need to commit all their heroes. Otherwise, it would be very easy for Virtus to tell that simply. The mid lane, actually, Fiend's Grip coming out. Ramsey was coming out with vision.
Yep. Free kill on Armel, and he has 4 heroes kind of nearby, but there's no way they're going to be able to react. And I want to go back to this troll. You're kind of touching on it a little bit. How he's just kind of farming this spot jungle. Should he have left the top lane like he did? Did he need to go back there in hindsight sense? Like, should he be... Because no one's really been up there, it feels like, for TNC for a while.
I mean, he kind of felt like if he didn't open the map up for his Beastmaster, the Beastmaster would continue to suffer for the entire laning phase. So he needed to make a move, and if it went extremely well for them, or even just averagely well, they would probably be able to convert that into like heavy tower damage and tower itself, because Roll DPSs them down so quickly, and that would have been a very ideal move for them. But because they're so behind in the lanes, he just felt like he needed to open up the map for Beastmaster. You know, right now, I'm pretty worried for the troll because the Doom is itemizing for Crimson Guard.
Monster kill!
Oh, there, got to kill Tim's over there on the support. And talk about the Crimson Guard that you mentioned from the beginning of that would be solo. He's still going to be run down, and I mean, he went full panic mode right there. And he did attempt a TP as well, but instantly got stopped. There was no way he was escaping. So the Troll at least has the battlefield right now. That's the beginning of now the progress for TNC and what they can make happen, of course. But like you're touched on, Crimson Guard being worked on from Doom. He already has a Vanguard with 6 charges to go on his drums, by the way, that he has picked up too. Crimson Guard not far behind either. Yeah, now the lane. He pops the 8 button 4. And maybe it's helps set up to turn the Flesh Golem net. Doom locked down by the proper order, but Doom is tanky as we know. He activates him on a Beastmaster. Pasha, look at him, damn, he's absorbing right here. It's like he's raid boss. Top the back line, but Ramsey's will finish the job. Pasha's still alive. It's still out. He finally goes down, but it took so much pressure. Ended up being a 2-for-1 from Virtus.pro's favor. And Solo nearly got a range injury right there. Going to be able to blink in time, however.
Well, Solo actually tried to put a ward down to see if he can get a Nightmare or a Feed Trip down, but there's a sentry, so it will be promptly killed off. However, I just want to mention like one of the key differences in these lineups to me is they have a hero that's really robust in the front of the Doom, which absorb a lot of damage and create space for the DPS versus Virtus.pro to maneuver, pick ring. Whereas on TNC, generally, you know, Beastmaster is basically their tankiest hero. However, as a hero, generally you build very utility.
Would be nice to have, wouldn't it? Would have to play right here, but look at Noah. He's trying to guess where she's gonna go. Blinking, puts the ship out, hoping that he's TP. Armel is gonna keep on running. He'll make it out.
Was Virtus.pro the last pick? They were second pick, right? Because they had last pick store.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing because it was really obvious. It was telegraphed that the Kunkka would be the mid hero mostly. They showed all their support and everything, and TNC still chose to pick up the Queen of Pain, but I feel like you don't pick up the Queen of Pain unless you feel like you can just dumpster the matchup, and clearly he didn't, as well as, you know, you have to itemize against the Kunkka as well with an item like Yule, which is not something you really want to have, because you'd rather have Orc BKB and be able to scale as somewhat of a right-click DPS in the late game, but now she's pretty much committed to this pure magical damage, and that's not really enough. Like, out of your 2 position, you usually want more of the hybrid type of DPS.
Yeah, and I'm not getting the start that he's looking for. You already mentioned with the Veil. Maybe not your every game item. In this game, it's like they can't make use of it, but is it really the best choice? So Virtus.pro, Smoke gaining at the bottom lane. You know, Queen of Pain. She's going to blink just in time, I believe, and she will manage to live because of that. So, yeah, very close call. So yeah, we saw TNC, of course, with the Troll especially. They definitely have Roche up at show, but that first time was scouted out by VP. Going back, at least for the time being, Ramsey's, he's gonna fight Troll by himself. He's gonna need support to finish the job, and the Doom comes out maybe to 9. No, Pasha will get credit for the last thing. Kuku's in there with the Flesh Golem for him, but he's just taking so much damage for Ramsey's. Taking too much. They're gonna get the stun as well. There's a lot of zombies, but as the Tombstone goes down, we don't care. And you also see that Crimson Guard active in this pursuit from Virtus.pro. Tim's brain zap, X gonna bring him right back to Torn, and Ramses again will get credit for the kill. He is 12-0-6 on this Slark. So, you know, good news for TNC is that if they kill this Slark, it's gonna be a lot of gold going away.
Yeah, how are they gonna do it is my question. There's literally no lockdown unless they time it perfectly on the dark path, and it's all on the Beastmaster's shoulders, which one uses the war for indication, so it doesn't really make sense to hold on to it in changes.
Well then.
I think he was going for the 20-minute rune and just like got slept up. Easy kill there. But, you know, Slark is pretty much, in my book, probably top carries in the late right now. Because his counts are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he really stood at Epicenter, sure enough, you know, a couple of events ago, and since then I agree with you as far as what we're seeing, especially, he's one of the top carries right now on the scene. Go down and be at that event, was one of the first to start running him as well, and obviously very comfortable for Ramses. So it just continues to snowball. 9,000 net worth late again. What's the comeback mechanic for TNC? It's hard to say. I mean, Troll getting a BKB will be nice, but is that even the ultimate? Going deep, and he'll become godlike as a result. That Crimson Guard from Pop Shop once again helping him team stay alive. So they're just gonna bust tier 3. They don't even have Aegis or anything like that. Only 21.5 minutes, but why not, right? There's a fall back on Beastmaster, and that I guess will be the cue to fall back if you're Virtus Pro. But yeah, no reason to be scared right now. Or VP clearly.
I think Ramsey's playing safe and going for the spear next. There's nothing that can really lock down. He's just gonna make absolutely sure that that's the case. It helps a lot for just spamming out spells, and also feeling extremely confident that Stark as a hero. Generally after Act Saber, you want to go one stat item, so the ultimate warp really nice for him. Just HP, stat speed, building up charges by being tanky, and then after that, like, you know, he can pretty much go whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's under attack.
Got him up in this game right now. Looking at the Glimmer Cape as well on Bane, it's just, you know, casual Glimmer Cape just always feels so nice, especially on a hero like Bane. For one, you know, the fact that you can shell it, and Bean's grip that is able to use, but also this is a magic blind heavy team, and build becomes that. That's kind of goes back to what you're talking about earlier, even with the Queen of Pain for that matter. Is she is the a majority of magic, especially with early and whatnot. So EP definitely itemizing for that. In fact, is there a pipe to work? No, it doesn't look like it. I guess a pipe not necessary in this game right now, considering the lead.
Yeah, you usually go pipe if your cores cannot naturally build BKB, otherwise it becomes redundant. But when you do have cores that naturally build BKB, there's pretty much no reason to build that unless you want it for your own personal consumption.
They make it look so easy. Yeah. Just the Shadow Blade for them. I guess kind of the Shadow Blade Slark. Yeah, he just sits on top, but Bane's also doing a good job moving with the Slark even. Yeah. And setting up the Bane's grip.
Well, Tranquil Boots and Windlace on a Bane still moving quite fast. I love that setup. You don't really see teams utilize that much. Having a Slark running with Shadow Blade, setting up for the Bane's grip, obviously you need to click on the enemy hero to actually cast it. So that's a really nice setup. I love how they're playing that.
Fishing game like it's not bad right now for TNC. I mean, they do have a Beastmaster as well, with that Call of the Wild, of course, with the Hawks flying around. So it's not like it's horrible fishing game necessarily, but you know, Shadow Blade Slark, a lot more difficult. Are they wrapping around? Well, they really are. Troll going in. There's a Glimmer Keep. Don't go up. He runs. Thinks forward. Who's he going to go for? No one. He just scattering away. Soul is going to be your sacrificial ammo, likely. Say, buddy, no, but here. Again, that was TNC tried to make the play right. That's 5 heroes, and the idea was kind of smart, but VP was just too quick.
Playing to win, baby.
I love it. Playing to win, baby.
Invisibility.
That's probably my favorite one, honestly. Kyle. Family one. Oh, that's not too. He's definitely done this one. They possibly can beat, so here we go. What it can do to beat him out. And he's been from himself to beat down the 1-2 Rod. Look like Caitlyn, if they lose, yeah, after CMH ult's gonna fall to no one up his own BKB activated during that fight. And Ramsey, he still wants more after this. Second one to the middle lane, pushing the creep wave and now go for that tier 3 to finish.
This is looking really rough for TNC guys. You know, this game knowledge for now, like, they're at a significant disadvantage. Maybe their idea of the game, or at least the first game, is just not really well-rounded for the way Dota is. That maybe a little reactionary because, like I mentioned, this last red in Beastmaster pick, you know, you show two potential killers in the first phase, you know, and then swap it to right now at MSS plays Electric, you know, fairly well in the 4 position, but that doesn't really change my opinion that Trek as a 4 is just not that amazing. His laning presence is not the best. You know, he's very snowball dependent, and he gets behind, he's just like, there's not really much he can do to recover. Like, his team will